Hello, DC Universe. This is your host, OG Devil Dog, broadcasting live from the castle, my own personal base. Before we get into what we are doing today, let's reiterate. All right? So, I have been working on solo feats that I have just passed up. All right? So, with that being said, let's think about this here. These feats turn into skill points after you get so many. Okay, so for every 100 points of feats you get, it turns into one skill point. One skill point is 1/5 of the pie. Now you need your augments, your artifacts, your armor, and your weapons and power to make your character stronger. So skill points, augments, artifacts, armor, and weapons and power. All of those combined make your character stronger. Skill points, augments, artifacts, weapons and power, and armor. All 5. Okay? So, it's been asked, OG, why are you doing older content? And I say this every video. I started in Raging Knight. Okay, that is my older content. Started working my way backwards. And we are all the way down here in episode 32, Teen Titans, the Judas Contract, for some of this solo stuff that I just skipped over to concentrate on my augments and my artifacts and my armor and my powers. Alright, I skipped over my skill points. I shouldn't have done that. That was a no-no, blah, blah. I get it. I feel you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So now I'm coming back and working on skill points. Now that I've got everything else kind of where I want it to be right now. And what we are working on is called BeeHIVE Yourself. Titans Island, chase off the Hive infiltrators. It's just a 10-point feat, okay? And a lot of us skipped over these easy ones. And so what we are doing here, I got 27 out of 51. I am going to show you a little circuit that I do, and it's 3 spots at Titans Island, and you just make a circuit constantly. So we're at 27 out of 51, and we are going to go to Titans Island and finish this BeeHIVE Yourself feat. So let's go to the House of Legends. And those of you that are watching me on Twitch, be sure to follow me. I post videos constantly, not just in DC Universe Online, but I post other games also, like The Hunter, Call of the Wild, College Football 2025, Major League Baseball 24, NASCAR, what else am I doing? Assassin's Creed Origins. I am doing a complete entertainment video on Assassin's Creed Origins, exploring each area and breaking it down into parts in some areas. So feel free to check out everything that I'm doing and follow me on Twitch. Those of you that are on YouTube, hey, look, we are at 93 subscribers. We are 7 away from our milestone of 100 subscribers. And what I need your help with there is those of you that are on PC, the bottom right hand corner, there is a white thing that says subscribe. It's called a watermark. Now, if you hover over that with your mouse, you can quickly subscribe that way. Or you can subscribe under the video, or you can go to my profile icon and click on it and go to my main page on YouTube and subscribe that way. You can also make donations to my channel on my main profile page, or look at the description of this video and make donations that way. So with that said, let's go to Titans Island. We are here, Titans Island. Now, I've explained to you there are 3 spots that I pretty much look for. And so let's bring up our map and let me show you where those spots are. Alright, our first spot down here is right here on the beach, right there. So what you're going to do, and I'll show you, that's spot number 1. Spot number 2 is right there. And spot number 3 is right here. So these 3 spots, 1, okay, this is where we can start at. 2, and 3. So those 3 spots are what we are going to farm these hive infiltrators. So let's start here right next to Titan's Tower. Okay, and I'm going to explain to you what to do. We are 27 out of 51 of chasing these off. So it's not going to take long. It's a quick little feat. Sometimes you might get attacked, so okay, go ahead and attack back. Get your nth metal and ally favor. Everybody needs that nth metal, okay? Because this new augment is coming out. It takes 200,000 nth metal to fully level it up, plus the catalyst. But let's remember something here. It's an automatic breakthrough, so you do not have to use a seal of completion on it. That's what I've been reading. So, any questions on that? You know about as much as I do on these new augments and this new loadout tray coming soon, so I'm excited to look and see what's going on and try it out. So let's go to the first spot here, right next to Titan's Tower. Let's look where our little arrow is. And we are going to the ground just below the tower. Alright, see that rock right there? That big rock right next to the teleporter? We're going to land right here. And we're just going to walk up to it. So right around, footprints should start showing up here. They're hard to see. So just walk slowly. Alright? In case you missed BeeHIVE and you spend forever trying to find it on that infiltrator, just kind of bring up your screen so you can see him pop up. And walk slowly. This one takes a minute because you got to find the footprints. And this is a spot that's usually pretty good about spawning. Did he already pop and we didn't see it? That's what I'm about to ask myself. Sometimes, if you don't have your screen showing the top of the rock, he pops on you. Alright, let's double check. We might have to come back to this one. Teen Titans and go down to BeeHIVE. Yep, he's already popped. So we had 27 when we started, and this one is sneaky, so you just have to watch it and go back to it and show you. We started with 27, now we're at 28. That one, it's a sneaky one. You just have to watch for it. Alright, so that one did pop. Let's go to our map and go to our second spot. Yes, I didn't see it pop either, but he did. Because like I said, we started at 27. You can go back at the video at the beginning and look. And we had 27 out of 51. Now we have 28. So that tells me it did pop. Alright, let's go to the second spot. Right there. See it? And it's over in this clump of trees over here. And what we are going to do is walk slowly until we see the footprints. And they should start appearing any time now. There they are, see them? Alright, now we just go right over here. And the bee is right there, see? Alright, now we go to our third spot. Right over here off the beach. Right there by the dock. You see it? Looks like an upside down T. We go there. And we're just going to farm these 3 spots back and forth, rotating one for the other. It takes about 45 seconds to a minute for each one to respawn. So we're popping each one, 3 out of them. 3 of them. And that way we have the spawn at the next spot ready to go. So on this one on the beach, stay close to the wall. You're going to see an exclamation point there. And that's about where the footprints start right there. See it? They started to appear. Now we just come all the way to the point down here. And there he is, see? Now we go back to the rock. Right next to the tower. This one is tricky. So you just gotta pay attention and keep watching and make sure it popped and check your deeds if you didn't see him pop. If you spend about 30 seconds here and he hasn't popped, then check your deeds. Alright, so footprints usually start appearing right around this area. Let's keep a look on the top of the rock in case he shows up. There they are, see them? They popped, and let's see if he popped. But sometimes this one doesn't like to appear. So we had 28 when we left this one a while ago, and so we got 29, 30, 31, so he did pop. So just find the footprints and double check your deeds, because he's supposed to appear right here on top of the rock. Alright, so let's go back to the map. That one's tricky, so you just got to keep checking your deeds and make sure he popped. And let's go back over to the clump of trees over here. It's kind of a glitch in the game, I guess, where you don't see him, but he is there. If you are just now watching me on Twitch and broadcasting this live, thank you for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. We are 93 subscribers. We are 7 away from 100 subscribers. So be sure to subscribe and like my videos that I do for you. I enjoy making content for everyone and for the games that I play, just to kind of build up the channel and have a little fun and do a few things here and there. There they are. They finally popped. And so we do a lot of things and a lot of different games, and we just have fun. And it's all it is about is having fun, doing things that we enjoy, And if you watch my content, I'm showing you a few things that you might not know. Like here in DCUniverse, my content that I do for the how-to complete videos is not just for the newer players, it's for the older players like myself that skipped over some of these tedious feats, as they are, some of them are, and just concentrated on my armor and my artifacts and my augments and my powers. And now I'm coming back to doing my skill points and getting them back up to where they were. And so with that said, this content is not just for newer, it's for older. The older players that have been around, that might have skipped a feat or two and need that extra little boost to get a skill point that they need. So be sure to just like and follow and subscribe me on both Twitch and YouTube. Look at that, the footprints appeared. So now we're just going to go right along here, all the way to the end. There he goes. He popped on me real quick. He went out in the water. Alright, so now we're going to the next one. So be sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitch and YouTube. I enjoy making this content. It's for everyone, new and old. Alright, let's land right here and kind of skim up. They should be popping. You can walk up it. There it is. There's the footprints. And this one glitches, so as long as you find the footprints, it usually counts. So let's go over here. Over here by the little tree. Alright, let's kind of work our way around. Give it time. Footprints should be appearing. There they are. So now we just go right over here. And he's hiding right there, see? Now we go back to the beach. You just keep repeating this circuit over and over, and you will complete your BeeHIVE Yourself feat. We just go over to the beach right here and drop down. Stay close to the wall. The footprints, the first set will start appearing right in this area. See them? There they are. Now we just go to the end. There he is. And so far, what we have here, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about with that rock. It's a pain. Sometimes you don't see him, sometimes you do. So we are at 36 right now. Let's go to the rock. And I'll show you what I'm talking about, because I think it's kind of glitched that he doesn't appear, but as long as you see the footprints, it does count. At least on this one it does. Alright, so here we are. Let's just walk up the edge here. There he is. He finally popped. And let's go back to the tree. That was 37. And it doesn't take long to do this if you follow this route. So you're getting 3 per pop. 3 spots. So you're getting 3 at a time. It won't take you long. There's footprints. And we just come right around here, right here. There he is. Now we go to the next spot, down here by the tower. Not the tower, the docks, I'm sorry. Down by the Titan's docks. The upside down T. Man, I really enjoy making this content for everyone. And I'm an old school player. I played a lot on the PlayStation back when this game first came out, and I'm glad it came to Xbox when it did. And I've been OG Devil Dog ever since the very beginning when I played on PlayStation 3 many, many, many years ago. There's the footprints. Now we are into PlayStation 5. Can you believe it? It's been that long. And I had an Xbox One. And okay, let's go over here. I had an Xbox One when this game came to Xbox. Now I am on the Series X. All right. Barely saw those footprints. There he is. All right, let's go to the next spot. And we're just making a circuit. That's all we are doing to complete this. I really enjoy playing DC Universe. I have a great league, Easy Company. Some of the greatest players that I've played with in years. Yes, there are many other players out there, but a steady group that I play with. This is one of the most steady and most loyal to our league. Our brother league is Crossover Angels. It's our family league, and they are very loyal players, and we all work together, both of our leagues, and we just kind of have fun together on a nightly basis. Tonight we are working on feats on older episodes and making all those feats green. But Tuesday night we are on our main characters. OG Devil Dog is my main character, and we are on our main characters running World Boss Tour. Saturdays we do it on our alternate characters. Alright, right along the beach. And then the rest of the week we're doing raids and all types of other stuff we can think of to do and just have fun together. There's the footprints. Let's go around the corner here. And there he is. And now let's go back to the rock. And we're just making a circuit. That's all we're doing. We get 3 at a time per completion of the circuit. And so those 3 add up relatively quickly. And we're just kind of farming these spots. If you look at that rock, sometimes those footprints appear. There he is. Alright, now we go to the next spot. Kind of stay in the air a little bit and kind of just barely move. waiting for the footprints to appear. They should start appearing any time now. There they are. See them? Alright, now we go right over here. There he is. Now we go back down to the beach. These 3 spots are pretty consistent, and you can just run a circuit on them. You know, I appreciate everybody that follows me on Twitch and subscribes to me on YouTube. Because of y'all, my channel is becoming successful, and I am greatly appreciative. Let's go ahead and knock that out while we're here. I think I'm missing maybe 1 or 2. I'll have to look and see. But stay close to the wall. Right over by the exclamation point. Let's go slow. There they are. See, they're appearing. Now we come to the end. You don't have to follow them, just have to find the first one. So there he is. Alright, let's go back to the rock. We are almost done here. And we're just farming these 3 spots. That's all we are doing. Slow it down. There he is. And let's go over here. 3 spots. That's all you're doing is farming. And it won't take you long. I was about halfway there when I started this video. I was at 27 out of 51. Kind of take your time, be slow. Footprints will start to appear. There they are, see them? Now we go right over here. We know he's right here by this big rock. Alright, back to the beach. Alright. Doesn't take long. And you know, let's talk a little bit about my videos. A lot of my DC Universe online videos are for everyone. Everyone. Not just for the newer players, but for the older players. And again, I'm going to reiterate this. Maybe you are looking for a feat that you missed to get that skill point as an older player. Okay, this is what my videos are about. They are also about teaching the newer players where things are. So it's kind of a combination of for everyone. There he is. And it's kind of for everyone. So before there's any negativity of, oh, well, I've already done that. Okay, good job. I'm proud of you. But some people haven't. And some people may still need a skill point they're looking for or whatnot. Or they may need a feat or something, you know, or they're just trying to figure it out on their own and coming to the game. Yes, this game has been out forever, but we still have new players. We have a new generation of players that come in. And so my videos are for everyone. Okay, there he is. So my videos are for everyone. To help everyone. And I enjoy making the content because sometimes we don't know what we're doing and we need somebody to kind of point us in the right direction. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm pointing you in the right direction, helping you get a feat that you may need to get that skill point, or to help somebody is just trying to do feats in what we called feat chasers back in the day. We got some that do those. Alright, there's footprints. They showed up. I thought they did. There he is. He tried to be a little sneaky on me. But yeah, what we called feat chasers back in the day. And some people are completionists, and they haven't figured out how to do a certain thing. Well, this video is for you too. This is for everyone. Everybody needs these feats. Everybody needs those skill points to make a piece of the pie to make their character stronger. You need the skill points, you need the augments, you need the artifacts, you need the armor, and you need, what is it? Your powers and weapons. Some of you are weapons, use your weapons to deal damage. Some of you use your powers. So those are both in the same category. Alright, there's the footprints. Let's go to the end. And there he is. We completed that BeeHIVE Yourself feat. Alright, 51. So let's go back up here to the tower real quick, and I will show you one last time the 3 locations that I use on the map to complete this feat. Alright, that's 51. Let's stop right here and let's look at the map. Alright, the first spot is right next to the tower. See it? Right there. That's spot number 1. It's right next to the tower. It's on the opposite side. So there's the rally point. The teleporter hub. The giant robot is over on this side. But on the opposite side over here is the giant rock. And that's where I showed you. That's spot number 1. Spot number 2 is here on the beach. And spot number 3 is right there. Okay? So right next to Titan's Tower. 1. 2. 3. Farm those 3 spots and you will complete the BeeHIVE Yourself feat. Now before we end this video, let's double check and make sure it's not one of those ones that jumped up and you got to find 100 more. Those kind of get on my nerves. Alright. Nope, it isn't. Okay, there we go. This is your boy OG Devil Dog from Easy Company on the Xbox Series. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for being a part of my channel on both Twitch and YouTube. Be sure to follow me on Twitch and be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube. We are 7 away from reaching our first milestone of 100 subscribers. Thank you. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Y'all are great. I love you. I will talk to you soon. Y'all be blessed. Until next time, this is OG Devil Dog.